Good evening, everybody, from Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati. We bid you welcome to Reds baseball. The Reds and the Padres in game number 2 of the 4-game series tonight. Cincinnati, having won 7 of its last 10, will be sending right-hander Mike Lacoste to the mound. He's 4-4, and the Padres will go with rookie left-hander Gary Lucas, making his second start of the year against the Reds. We'll be back to take a look at the starting lineups in just a moment. If you're ready now, the starting lineups tonight for the San Diego Padres. Leading off in left field, Gene Richards. Ozzie Smith will play shortstop and bat second. Hitting third, Jerry Mumphrey in center field. Batting fourth, right fielder Dave Winfield. Hitting number 5 at first base, Willie Montañez. Batting sixth, second baseman Tim Flannery. Paul Dane will play third base and bat seventh. Hitting eighth, the catcher Bill Fahey. And batting ninth and pitching, left-hander Gary Lucas. Again for the Padres, it's Richards in left field, Smith at shortstop, and Mumphrey in center field. Winfield in right field, Montañez at first base, Flannery at second. With Dade at third, Fahey catching, and Gary Lucas on the mound. Taking a look now at the Reds batting order, Dave Collins will lead off and play center field. Dave Concepcion, the shortstop, will bat number 2. Hitting third in right field, Ken Griffey. Batting fourth, left fielder George Foster. Ray Knight will play third base and bat number 5. Hitting sixth at first base, Danny Dreesen. Junior Kennedy will be at second base and bat 7. Hitting eighth, the catcher, Don Werner. And batting ninth and pitching for the Reds, right-hander Mike Lacoste. Once more for Cincinnati, it's Collins in center field, Concepcion at shortstop, and Griffey in right field. Foster in left, Knight at third base, Dreesen at first. With Kennedy at second, Werner catching, and Lacoste pitching. Gene Richards to lead it off for San Diego, batting .296 with a couple of home runs and 11 RBIs. He was 2 for 4 last night, a single and a double, had a run scored and stole a base. The pitch from Lacoste is swung on and lined by Concepcion into left center field for a base hit, and this game is underway. So Gene Richards, 2 for 2, hit the first pitch thrown to him last night from Frank Pastore for a hit to center to right field, and jumps on Mike Lacoste's first pitch for a line drive hit to left center less than 24 hours later. Ozzie Smith will step in now as Ray Knight goes into the mound to talk with Lacoste. Ozzie batting .211, no home runs and 7 RBIs. Switch hitting shortstop. Richards gets a good lead at first base. Lacoste with a stretch in the pitch and a bouncing ball slapped to second. Kennedy, Concepcion, Dreesen, double play. Well, Gene Richards' first pitch hitting wraps a single. Ozzie Smith does the same thing, except he hits into a 4-6-3 double play. So with 2 out and nothing happening, the batter will be center fielder Jerry Mumphrey. And defensively for the Reds, Dreesen, Kennedy, Concepcion, and Knight at first, second, short, and third. Foster, Collins, and Griffey from left to right in the outfield. And Donnie Werner continues behind the plate in the absence of Johnny Bench. Mumphrey hitting .265. Pitch to him from Lacoste is in for a call strike. Reds are 29-22 after the victory 4-2 here last night. Check swing on the pitch outside, 1-1 to count. Reds and the Padres have played 5 times now. The Reds have won 4, 3 out of 4 in San Diego, and then winning the opening game in this series here at Riverfront last evening. 2-1 to count on Mumphrey. On deck, Dave Winfield. Lacoste in his 12th start of the season. Comes with a 2-1 pitch, and that's on the outside edge for strike 2 call. Satch Davidson, the plate umpire, with Harry Gregg at first base. Dave Pallone at second, Ed Bargo at third. Lacoste with Mumphrey, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here's a wind, the kick, and the pitch, and it's fouled out of play off the third baseline. Mike did not face the Padres in San Diego. Has a career record against his club of 1 win and 3 losses. His 2-2 to Jerry Mumphrey is bounced to third. Ray Knight makes a pickup and throwing on across to Danny Dreesen to end the inning. The Padres, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on after a half inning of play. San Diego, nothing. Cincinnati coming to bat. Left-hander Gary Lucas, he's 2-2 with a .349 earned run average, making his second start against the Reds. He was a loser in San Diego last Sunday, allowing 9 hits and 4 runs, 2 of them earned in 4 1/3 innings. And as we mentioned, an emergency starter for the Padres in this game tonight because of that pull muscle in Rick Wise's left rib cage. Dave Collins, Dave Concepcion, and Ken Griffey is how the Reds will go here in the first inning. Collins batting .279 with 1 home run and 14 RBIs against Padre pitching. 6 for 22. Lucas deals, Collins takes, ball 1. Left-hander kicks and throws. Collins takes, and that's in at the letters for a call, strike 1. Count evens on Dave Collins. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dave hitting only .212 against left-handed pitching and .308 against right-handers. So a great difference there. And, of course, facing a left-hander in this game. Swung on and hit off the end of the bat foul and picked up by first base coach Ron Plaza. Now Eric Gregg, the first base umpire, inspects the baseball and throws it out of play. One ball and 2 strikes. Outfield playing Collins straight away. Lucas looks down to Bill Fahey for the sign, and the wind and the pitch. Here it is, and Collins swings and pulls it foul at third. Holding count on the Reds' leadoff batter. Collins, 1 ball and 2 strikes on the infield defensively for the Padres. They've got Montañez, Flannery, Dade, and Smith at first, second, third, and short. Pitch to the plate. Collins takes. That's too low. 2-2. Richards in left field with Mumphrey in center, Winfield in right. Fahey, the catcher, and Gary Lucas on the mound. We talked about the fact this young man was drafted twice by the Reds back in 1973, but elected not to sign. And Gary telling us in San Diego it was simply a matter of him not feeling he was ready mentally for professional baseball. Collins rifles one foul of the Padres dugout. Went on to the City College of Riverside, then transferred to Chapman College. Got his degree there in physical education, the same school, by the way, that Randy Jones went to. Collins hanging in against Lucas. Swung on and hit foul off the right field line. That'll be out of play. Reds remain 2 back of the Dodgers, along with the Houston Astros. L.A. shut out Atlanta 5-0. 3-hitter for Jerry Royce last night. J.R. Richard flanking the San Francisco Giants 2-0. He gave up 3 hits. Swung on and grounded to shortstop. There's Smith, and here's a throw. 1 out. That'll bring up Dave Concepcion. Davey batting .212 with a couple of home runs and 19 RBIs. We are scoreless in the home half of the first inning at Riverfront Stadium. Davey with only 3 hits this season. Again, 17 times up against the Padres. He's driven in 2 runs. Lucas comes to him. Concepcion takes it below the knees. He, of course, had the infield hit last night that resulted in the throwing error on the part of third baseman Aurelio Rodriguez that allowed the go-ahead run to score. That was in the 7th inning. Breaking a 2-2 tie. Swung on and hit hard to third, and right between the legs of Paul Dade. Trickling behind him and going over to pick it up is Ozzie Smith. So Dade charged with an error on a ground ball hit directly at him. Reds have a runner on with 1 out and Ken Griffey stepping in.
Marty, I think Paul Dade thought he had the ball in his glove and looked, and nothing white in it at all. Wasn't hard to find, though. It was just behind it.
Ozzie went over there to get it for him. Well, that third base position here in this series has been a problem for the Padres. Rodriguez having not made an error all season going into last night's game, and he committed 2. Now Dade boots one here in the first inning. Lucas will drive Concepcion back with a throw to first. Griffey checking in at .294. Driven in 21 runs, has hit 3 homers. Lucas looks and pitches. Griffey takes, ball 1. They give Ken Griffey, a left-handed batter, room over third and on down the left field line, and also over shortstop in the left center. That's too low. 2 balls and no strikes to Griffey. Kenny, 4th in the National League in runs scored. He's tallied a total of 31, 10 off the pace, being set by Mike Schmidt. Keith Hernandez with 39, then Pete Rose and Davey Lopes have each scored 34, and Griffey in 4th place. 2-0 to the plate, swung on and hit foul off third, back into the seats. 2-1. Padre infield, a double play depth. This has been a San Diego club that's been struggling. They have lost 9 of their last 11 games, the Padres have. Throw to first again. They were really playing super baseball. In fact, got to within, 3.5 games of first place at one time. They're making a lot of noise, but of late they've been on the skids a little bit. Davey with a good lead at first. 2-1 pitch coming to Griffey. Taken, a breaking ball for strike 2. Count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lucas with a 2-2 record and a 3.49 ERA. This is 9th start of the year and his 10th appearance. Swung on and lined to second base. Flannery throws back to first, not in time to double up Concepcion. Did not quite have enough loft on it to get over the leaping Tim Flannery at second base. So Griffey lines out to second, and the 2-out hitter with Griffey out and Concepcion at first base will be George Foster. George batting .219 with 8 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Lucas waiting on him out on the mound as Foster slowly settles into the batter's box. Gary has given up only 3 home runs and 49 in the 3rd innings. Foster checks on the pitch that gets the outside corner, strike 1. Grounded to the box. Lucas makes a play, throws to first. That's it for Foster, and that's it for the Reds. So the numbers for Cincinnati in the 1st inning: no runs, no hits, an error, 1 man left. And at the end of 1 complete, the Reds nothing, the Padres nothing. High ball 3, 3-1. Fingers with 6 saves and trying to get his 7th and present Gary Lucas with his 3rd win. Collins trying to get aboard. Swings and fouls it out of play left side. Full count. Three balls, 2 strikes. Padres 4, the Reds 1. Payoff upcoming to Dave Collins, and he fouls this one to the screen. Be right back at it against him tomorrow afternoon. Ray Knight poster day beginning at 2:15. Randy Jones, a left-hander, against Reds lefty Charlie Lebrand. Struck him out swinging. That's 3 straight strikeouts for Raleigh Fingers. Face Dave Concepcion is 0 for 3. Fingers, at least for the moment, making it look easy. He's had his ups and downs this season, as that 4 earned run average would indicate. Up and into Concepcion. Fingers shakes off Fahey. Now gets what he wants and pitches. Ground ball, base hit left field. Well, Dave Concepcion comes up with the 3rd Reds hit of the night as he grounds one into left. That brings up Ken Griffey. Despite the subpar numbers for Raleigh Fingers, the one statistic that jumps out at you is the fact that in Now 28 in the third innings of pitching. He has given up only one home run. He has always been noted as a relief pitcher who would keep the ball in the park. Griffey grounds it foul, and bouncing off the railing in front of the Reds dugout, carries on down to the bullpen. Reds need 3 runs to get even. Now, with fingers taking too much time, Griffey backs away from the plate. Davey short lead at first. Griffey takes it inside corner, letter high, strike 2. Padre bullpen, by and large, though, has been very good. Bob Shirley, 1.54 ERA. D'Acquisto, the loser last night, on an unearned run at 1.86. Two-strike pitch to the plate, swung on, ground ball, diving attempt by Flannery. He can't get it. Concepcion moves on to second base as Griffey has a base hit into center field. We'll pause now for station identification on the Cincinnati Reds Baseball Network. Tie and run at the plate on back-to-back singles by Dave Concepcion and Ken Griffey. George Foster 0 for 3. Twice has been on through Padre infield errors. One on Ozzie Smith, the other on third baseman Paul Dade. Reds now with 4 hits, 1 away in the inning. Foster takes a pitch for a strike. Bob Shirley throwing in the bullpen. Ozzie Smith cheating towards second base, and a big gap open on the left side of the infield. Foster grounds into the hole at shortstop. Smith goes on to second one. Throw to first, not in time to get the double play. Tim Flannery bounced one in the dirt that Montañez made the play on the short hop, but Eric Gregg on top of it calls safe. So they get the force on the middleman Griffey. As Concepcion moves to third, Foster now is on at first base with 2 out. Here's Ray Knight. Rodriguez almost on top of that line at third base. Knight without a hit. He's up for the 4th time. Reds threatening the 7th against Fingers, but couldn't score. Doing it again here in the 8th. Knight swings and misses. Outfield straight away. Fingers into the stretch motion. Checks the runner's pitches. Knight grounds to shortstop. Ozzie Smith will go to second. Forced out on Foster. Inning is over. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the 9th inning, trailing the Padres 4-1. Well, the Reds are now looking at a 5-run deficit as they come calling in the last half of the 9th inning. Raleigh Fingers will face Danny Dreesen, Junior Kennedy, and Harry Spillman. Padres standing 3 outs away from breaking a 3-game losing streak and winning for only the 4th time in the last, or the 3rd time in the last 12 games. They had come in tonight having dropped 9 of their last 11. And Dreesen 2 for 3 tonight with a home run and a double. And 4 for 7 in the series. He had 2 hits, knocked in a run, scored 1 last night. Has homered and doubled in this game, now batting at .274, and Danny appears to be on the upswing again. Fingers to the plate, and Dreesen checks on a breaking ball in on him. Ball 1. Reds threatened in the 7th on a leadoff double by Dreesen, but Fingers retired 3 straight, and in the 8th had 2 hits but couldn't score. There's a call strike, 1-1. Swung on and hit hard, but at the second baseman. Flannery makes a one-handed pickup, deals on to Montañez. 1 up, 1 down. Junior Kennedy 3 times has flied to Winfield and right. Hope you're planning to be with us at 2:15 tomorrow. Third game of the series. 2 left-handers. Lee Brandt, the rookie, against the veteran Randy Jones. Line drive, right field, base hit. Harry Spillman will come on now. He was a pinch hitter in the 7th, stayed in the game to catch, struck out. The Ray Knight poster day tomorrow. Everybody 21 and under will get a free color action picture of Ray Knight. Hope you're planning to be with us. Spillman batting .256. He's had a couple of home runs. Swings and hits it into right field. That's a base hit. Kennedy will move on to second. As Kennedy and Spillman put back-to-back singles together after the opening ground out by Dreesen, and Danny hit the ball hard. So Ronnie Oster will bat for Doug Bear. Oster hitting .308. No homers, 4 runs knocked in. Been up 8 times as a pinch hitter and has delivered on 3 occasions. He's done a good job. Call strike, a breaking pitch on the outside edge. Well, the Reds have not had any trouble at all hitting Fingers. 5 hits against him now, but no runs. Low and inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Got Kennedy at second, Spillman at first, with 1 out in the 9th, and San Diego out in front 6-1. Fingers straightens up, brings it to the plate. Oster swings and he misses. Oster starting every game but 1 in San Diego at second base for Junior Kennedy. Swung on in a fly ball to center field. Jerry Mumphrey going back, circling, and makes the catch. Kennedy tagging at second base, and he'll move on to third standing. So with 2 away and runners on the corners, it'll be leadoff batter Dave Collins. Collins 0 for 4 tonight. Collins due. He's not had a hit in his last 10 times to the plate. Fingers struck him out in the 8th inning. Takes a pitch in for a strike. Two men on, 2 men out. Swung on, ground ball. Bat played by Montañez, and he'll throw on to Fingers for the put out at first base that ends the ball game. For the Reds in the 9th, no runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left on. Final score, Padres 6, the Reds 1, and we'll be back in just a moment. Well, this one was a ball game, at least through 6 innings. It was about as tight as you could possibly get. A 5-pitching duel involving rookie Gary Lucas and Cincinnati righty Mike Lacasse. The Reds had only 1 hit at the end of 6, but that was a 5th inning home run by Danny Dreesen to right field, his 5th of the year, and that was the only score of the night. Going into the 7th, Reds led the Padres 1-0. Early on in the game, Mike Lacasse did an outstanding job of getting out of trouble. In fact, the Padres stranded 2 in the 3rd. They left leadoff double from Mumphrey on in the 4th inning. 2 fine plays in that frame by Ray Knight at 3rd and George Foster in left on balls hit by Winfield and Montañez. They stranded a couple of men on in the 5th inning. Bases loaded, double play ground ball off the bat of Ozzie Smith. Another double play ball off the bat of Flannery in the 6th inning to bail Mike out. But then in the 7th, the Padres got it going, trailing by a run. Paul Date had a base hit to left field, stole second. But then Fahey struck out in attempting to bunt, and pinch hitter Jerry Turner grounded out to 3rd. So there were 2 outs, a runner at second base, still 1-0 Reds when Gene Richards hit a hard ground ball to Danny Dreesen. It appeared to be the final out of the frame, but the ball took a funny hop over Dreesen's head. It went for a run-scoring double to right field, and it was a 1-1 1-1 tie. Ozzie Smith then dumped one along the right field line for a run-scoring double to make it 2-1. Jerry Mumphrey single to right field, making it 3-1. At that point, Dave Tomlin came on, issued an intentional walk to Dave Winfield, and got Montañez to pop up to end the inning. But the Padres had scored 3, and as things turned out, they were out in front to stay. In the 8th inning against Doug Bear, Tim Flannery doubled to center field, went to third on a wild pitch. 1 out later, a base hit to right by Bill Fahey, who had 3 hits on the evening, made it 4-1. And then in the 9th inning, after Bear had retired the first 2, Montañez walked, Flannery singled, Rodriguez with a 2-run opposite field double to right. The Padres had struck for 2 more and led it 6-1, and that's the way it ended up. They had 6 runs, 14 hits, 3 errors, and 12 left. The Reds had a run on 6 hits, no errors, and stranded 9. Lucas, the winning pitcher, 6 innings of fine pitching by this young man to win his 3rd game in 5 decisions. And Raleigh Fingers went the last 3 to get his 7th save. LaCosta loser, now 4-5. Updating a score from Houston now at the end of 5.5 innings of play. The Astros lead the Giants by a score of 3-0. Here, Game 3 comes up tomorrow afternoon at 2:15. As we mentioned, 2 left-handers. It'll be Charlie Leibrandt for Cincinnati after his 5th victory. Randy Jones will go for the Padres. It'll be Ray Knight poster day. Everyone 21 years of age and under will get a free 2-foot by 3-foot full-color action poster of Reds third baseman Ray Knight. We'll be on the air with the pregame shows tomorrow on most of these same stations beginning at 1:45 Cincinnati time. Again, the final score tonight in a game that took 2 hours and 48 minutes to play before a crowd of 27,004. The Padres 6 and the Reds 1.